So, who would win in a fight? A gorilla versus a lion. So, for this, I will be using the biggest kind of gorilla, the eastern lowland gorilla, and the lion, which the lion doesn't have a specific name, but the biggest species of a lion is in Botswana. So yeah, I will be using the biggest versions of each of them. So let's begin. Let's start with the gorilla. The gorilla has 4,000 pounds of brute strength. Brute strength is like upper, lower leg and arm strength, just all together. Basically, the entire body, how much strength it would push. And it would push 4,000 pounds of strength. So a gorilla would easily push a car, easily push a car. Um, Striking strength, 1,500 pounds per arm. Okay, this is per arm. So, um, one punch from a gorilla would shatter basically any animal or human skull because it's 1,500 pounds of pressure and just coming at you that fast. And yes, gorillas can punch. I hear some people say gorillas can't punch, but they can. I don't know where you heard that from, but I've seen gorillas fight other gorillas and they punch. I mean, they simply just punch. So I don't know where you got that from, but lifting strength, 2,500 to 3,000 pounds of force. Or not really force, but lifting strength. Um, so yeah, easily lifting a small car. Not really. I mean, not it probably wouldn't lift like a SUV over its head, like just simply pick it up and lift it over its head. It probably couldn't do that, but it could possibly do that with like a small car, like a smaller car. It could possibly lift it up over its head, or at least partially over its head. They apparently lift 10 times their body weight. Most gorillas weigh about 400 to 500 pounds within that range. Maybe there have been the biggest gorilla I think ever recorded was like 550 to 600. So if it's 10 times, then that's easily 5,000 pounds of brute strength, or and lifting strengths too. But that's not completely accurate that they can lift 10 times their body weight. That's not accurate. Because if that would, then gorillas could simply just lift and throw cars. But I don't think that's 100% accurate. But still, even if it's not accurate, they are incredible beasts. Bite PSI is 1,300 PSI. That is incredible. Because you look at a gorilla and you're like, oh, it's like a human, it won't have that much. But the head, how it's so big, that actually gives it more power and more muscle for the jaw. That's what gets it to 1,300 psi. So yeah, it could easily rip off your head, really easily. But yeah, so that's the basics of the gorilla. But now the lion. So the lion is at 3,000 to 3,500 pounds of brute strength. Not to the gorilla, but it because also mainly the lion's brute strength is a lot more stretched out. But still not more than the gorillas, but still that's a extreme amount of brute strength. And like I said, this is all your strength. Like all your muscle, everything through your entire body is brute strength. Striking strength, 1,400 pounds. This would be a paw swipe, which if that happened to a human, your head would probably come straight off. It's like no joke, extremely powerful. Um, Lifting strength is 1,000 pounds. Lions don't really lift, which is why. I mean, gorillas are built very similar to humans, so it's really easy for them to lift, and they have a thumb, so it's really, really easy for them to lift. For lions, it's obviously not. Just by looking at a lion, you're wondering, like, how can it even lift anything? But yeah, 1,000 pounds max for lifting strength. it can pull 2,000 pounds, which that number may actually range from 2,000 to 2,500, just depending on how strong that lion is. But it's really strong with pulling strength, and it could easily pull a car. No question about it. I mean, not a huge car, but like a smaller car, it could easily pull it. And the bite is 650 psi. Still not nearly as good as the gorillas, but it's still really good. So, who wins? Well, for starters, the gorilla is getting strength. Um, it and there's no question about it. Brute strength is on the gorilla side. Striking is on the gorilla side. Lifting is on the gorilla side. Gorilla gets any type of strength, and there's no question about it. Bite PSI is also for gorilla, so gorilla gets any type of strength, jaw, arm, brute, anything. Gorilla just gets it. The thing that's going to be in the lion's favor is the speed and agility, which obviously goes to lion. They're big cats, so they're going to be made for speed and agility. Um, but yeah, so speed and agility, that's going to be the main thing the gorilla is going to have trouble with. The gorilla can actually easily break the lion's spine, can easily break any large cat, dog, um, even a bear, like a black bear. It can break the spine with full strength. The speed and agility though is the thing that's not going to happen because of the lion console moving. I mean, the lion's not going to just sit there waiting for the gorilla to just pound down on him. He's going to also move. Um, the bite PSI, like I said, is in the gorilla's favor, but with the speed and agility, if the lion gets behind the gorilla and bites the neck, it that could potentially be the end of the gorilla. But that brings us to durability. Durability is um probably in lion's favor. I know people say gorilla's durability like sucks, but it's really not. It really does not suck. The skin is thick. And if you don't believe me, look it up. The skin for a gorilla is thick. Um, yes, it is skin like a human's, but it is more durable than a human. Because it's a lot thicker, and yes, it's fur too. Fur actually helps it too from getting damaged. Yes, a lion could easily claw it up, but you'd but clawing it up is easy. It's just damaging the surface of it. I mean, if you want to inflict extreme damage, you'd have to really pierce inside of it. And yes, it's thick. It's not like thin paper sheets. It's thick skin for a gorilla. So yes, gorillas are durable, but lions are just more durable. I I mean, I don't know. Actually, technically, I don't know who is more durable. They have, they don't have similar skin textures, but they have similar thickness. For the lion, the thickness in the stomach is like really good, and the chest is really good. But gorillas also have thickness in the chest or stomach. Um, so I'd probably have to give the gorilla durability. You're probably going to hate me for it, but you guys just think that humans don't have very good durability, and it's like, oh, well, gorillas are similar to humans, so gorillas will have trash durability. Sorry to break it to you, but that's not how this works. Gorillas do have more durability than lions, and it's not that it's just stronger skin or anything. It's just that it's probably more thicker. I don't think anybody's really tested the thickness, like actually went up to a gorilla and tested the thickness, but it's probably thicker. I'd have to do more research fully on durability, but it probably is. So, um, next is IQ. That's obviously gorilla. Um, so who's overall the winner? Well, the winner is the gorilla, and the gorilla would win 6 out of 10 times. Um, the gorilla is just more higher IQ, so can use weapons, basically like King Kong against Godzilla, can use weapons. Also gets strength, obviously gets strength any day. Bite PSI, that would inflict extreme damage to a lion. And yes, like I said, if a lion gets a bite on a gorilla's neck, it's probably all over. But a gorilla, like I said, though, this is a peak. Okay, this is peak lion and peak gorilla. A peak gorilla has extreme strength. One full on punch would probably shatter the lion's skull. Lions, I don't think, are used to having big giant primates punching them, so they wouldn't be used to that. And gorillas would basically just shatter that entire skull with the full strength. So it is more likely for a gorilla to win by that than a lion to win by grabbing the neck, unless it's an ambush. If it's an ambush, the favor is most likely with the lion. But if it's a one-on-one right in front of each other, probably the gorilla. But uh so like I said, durability, I'd have to do more research on that because I don't exactly know the lion's durability. I kind of know the gorillas, but the lions I really don't know that durability. Um But yeah, so I have to do more research on that. But like I said, gorilla wins 6 out of 10 times. Um, so yeah, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, leave a like and let me know what you all think who wins in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.